Hi everyone. In this episode of Tech Talk, I want to move away a little bit from analysing your financial data and start looking at those insights into your customer base, because it's just as important. And for that, we've been joined by Ashley Barker of Satago. So, hi Ashley.
Hi Lee, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Nice to see you. And do you want to just start by giving us a quick brief into how Satago came about, when it was formed, etc.?
Yeah, so Satago was created back in 2013 as an alternative finance solution for people that didn't want to do long-term or vast amounts of finance, but they needed an immediate cash to cover gaps turning up or unexpected bills that needed to be paid. But it's now changed. It's now turned into a one-stop cash management solution, covering everything from credit control, alternative finance, credit searching, and risk insights as well.
Perfect. And it's those risk insights that I really want to concentrate on in this meeting, because some of the stats we're seeing at the moment in terms of bad debts, 1 in 5 have written off a bad debt worth £35,000. And, we can only imagine that this is going to get worse with the current pandemic crisis we've got. So how is Satago actually helping or helping customers analyze their customer database?
Well, fundamentally, it's depending on the person who's running the business, or a finance controller or credit controller, or simply a business owner. The idea is, it's as soon as they plugged it in, they pulled the data through from zero, they can see what debts they should be looking at, what debts are at risk of not being paid based on their debtors' credit report information. Now, that's one way of looking at it, but instead of being in the platform 24/7, you get notifications when it changes. So if one of your own debtors is struggling, you can then receive the notification that their credit report has changed. You can go and have a look, see what's going on, and then maybe adjust the payment terms you have with that client, or concentrate on the debt they owe you, just to make sure that that gets paid to you as well.
Sounds great. I mean, are we able to just jump into a bit of a demonstration so we can visualize it?
Yeah, of course. Let me just hopefully get some wizardry going and share a screen. So there you can see our risk analysis tab. Now, again, this information is automatically populated simply by connecting through to the Xero software. And again, probably some stuff that you'll be very familiar with. You've got the age debtor report. You can see what's outstanding, how much is outstanding, and what's overdue. And then the risk segment side would be new to yourself. It's a sense of understanding of those debts, how much is at risk of not being paid. Now, I'm lucky enough, I've got this in yellow and green. So if I hover over very low risk, I've got £968,000 there. Fundamentally, it's making my 90+ day stuff look good. But what I really want to know is, well, out of those 90+ days and out of my very high risk debt, what is the stuff I need to concentrate on? So I've taken a £1.3 million debt that's overdue down to 397,000, because it is my riskiest debt. Now, obviously, you'd start concentrating on the very high risk at 90+ days and make sure that comes in. But then you eventually,
you don't want, really, aren't there?
No, that's very true. I mean, if it's, people get worried, it's where everybody's eyes go to first, because they want to see what falls into this section. Simply being, it could be a company that's going into liquidation or is running down, and you want your debt to be paid, so you want to make sure you're on top of these. Now, if you can get to a stage where all your debt's falling into this top left-hand corner, you're in the best business position that you could be in. But again, with this screen, it's simply understanding what's going on with your debtors as well. So again, what's your biggest overdue debt? Most people will take a hazarded guess at what that is. From here, we simply clicked into it. We can see what that £14,000 is, who it's for, what the invoice number is, and how long it's overdue. And fundamentally, what's the biggest overdue invoice? What's something that I've maybe missed and need to go back and look at? So again, simple information at a glance, and understanding clients as well. It's always interesting to see what's going on with your clients, and having information that could preempt potential problems that are going to occur. So the customer credit summary will simply do that for you. I will quickly click into this one, because the idea here is you can see a list of your clients, you can see what their credit score is, you can get notified on any changes that are happening. So you see I've got 2 clients that are getting a worse credit score. Now, they may have been clients that are affected by the COVID and the lockdown, everything going on. So they may be holding off paying their debtors. So they may be 2 that you want to look at. You've got the outstanding balances, you've got recommended credit limits. that come with the company credit report. So you can see what the outstanding balance is compared to that. And then fundamentally, you can actually see, removing any human touch or human element, understand how long it takes your clients to actually pay you. So most of mine are 50, 60 days, but I can actually see how long it takes as an industry sector that my clients are in, how long it takes them to pay their debtors. So I've got 67 days compared to 18 and 64 down to 25. That's telling me that if I go and speak to other businesses in that sector, they're going to pay me quicker. And I have I have lots of bad paying clients in the industries. Now, when I go through further into the information on the analysis screen, you can look at sectors and understand if you've got a niche market. So understanding sector, how many clients, and the open and late invoice value. But this might also highlight problem sectors to you that you didn't know you had. You may have real estate, for example. I've got 12 clients in there. It's my highest amount of open invoices, but I've also got the highest amount of late invoices. Now you can take a business decision on that to say, well, actually, let's work with these ones. Let's not take any more new clients from that sector because they're causing me more of a headache than anything else. And then lastly, what we'll be able to show you as well, and everything at a glance, you want to be able to get information quickly, is the highest risk active customers. Now, this will normally be a list between 5 and 15 clients. It will show the clients with the worst credit risk, and it will always stay as these 15. Obviously, if you get someone with a worse credit score come on, they'll take someone's place. But the idea is it will show you what their overdue balance is, what's been paid in the last 30 days, when the last payment was, and when the last correspondence was with that client, simply helping you keep on top of your riskiest debt as well. Now, that's kind of a whiz-stop tour of the analysis screen. Hopefully that's been useful to yourself, Lee.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, look, I love all these statistics and data. It really does help clients really analyze that debtor's ledger rather than just looking at the number and how much he's owing. I am very conscious that there are other elements to Satago, and I'm sure you'll be appearing on future tech talks to go through the credit control facility. And there's a little bit of financing in there as well. So I'm sure we'll be inviting you back there. But in terms of this particular tech talk, that's been very useful. It just leaves me to say thank you very much for your time, Ashley. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
No problem, Lee. It'll be a pleasure to come back.
Speak soon.
Cheers. Bye now.